Yes, how are you, Evelyn?
I'm fine.
Welcome.
Thank you.
My name is Harriet Wamboy. I'm a psychologist, and today we are having a very important conversation about the recovery journey, about depression. And so today I'm joined by a recovering patient or a client who is in the recovery journey. Can you introduce yourself and tell us more about you?
I'm Evelyn Onyoki. I'm a female adult. I've been a patient here at Oasis Specialist Hospital for some time now, let me say 4 years, thereabouts. And today we are here to discuss about some issues.
Yeah, thank you, Evelyn, for honoring the invite. Yes, as we have said, today we are having a conversation about depression. We want to debunk the myths that are there about depression. We want our audience to understand what is depression so that who need help can be able to seek these services early. So, Evelyn, maybe you can tell us about your journey with depression, how it started.
Okay, actually I didn't know that I had depression, only that I had other symptoms like tiredness. Okay, I'd lost interest in major activities, like sometimes I could sleep a lot, up to 48 hours.
Okay.
I didn't understand what was happening. So when I came to the facility, in fact, I was complaining of those other symptoms,
Okay.
only that I understood that there was something disturbing my brain.
Okay.
So at that time when I was admitted, is when I told them not to take me to general ward, but I needed to seek the help of a psychologist.
Okay. So it's easy to miss because sometimes depression presents with physical symptoms. So if someone is not really keen, if mental health is not integrated into the primary health care, like ukiingia pale kwa consultation, they don't just look at the physical health, they look at your overall well-being. It is easy to miss because they had missed and you are the one who told them to take you to see a psychologist.
No, because of the tiredness, when they checked my HB,
Okay.
it was very low. In fact, it was around 4.
Okay.
So their major problem at that particular time
was
the HB.
Okay.
So they were trying to treat that HB and they were wondering why it was very low.
Okay.
But that's when I raised those issues and told them if there is a psychologist in the facility, I could wish to see one, or I be admitted where I can be able to interact with one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you for that. And maybe how did these symptoms affect you? Did they affect you, your daily function in your work, your social life, or even your family life with your children?
Yeah, they affected me a lot because I can remember, like I've already said, I could sleep for 48 hours. That's a lot. So that means I cannot wake up to do my daily duties. Like I'm supposed to be at work. Sometimes I'm too tired to wake up. I'm supposed to take care of the children. Sometimes I'm not able to wake up and be close to the children or interact with the children. Because I remember, like, there's a time my son could ask me, "Mommy, you are sleeping, you are not taking lunch, you are not taking breakfast. What is happening?" I just tell them, "I'm okay, allow me to sleep kidogo." So the issue here is like the only thing I felt like doing is sleeping, and I'd withdrawn from the rest of the people. Like I was not very comfortable interacting with people. For example, somebody could make a call and I look at it, I just ignore it. People make calls, I just ignore. Like I don't feel like talking to anybody. I feel like being just alone by myself. The only other thing I could do is just to sleep. So it really affected my day-to-day activities.
Okay.
Yeah.
And it seems your children had noticed that there is a change. Mami amebadilika.
Yeah. Because they could not understand. Like sometimes they could tell me, "Why can't you go to the hospital?" Then I tell them I'm on medication. But you can still go back. And I used to tell them, nitarudi tu. Okay. And it took some time. It took like almost 4 months, I'm like that. I'm just at low activity. It was very low activity. Yeah.
So this means that our children are very observant and they can realize when there is changes.
Yeah.
Okay. And maybe, Evelyn, now that you have said that it had affected your daily functioning, it had affected even your work, at times you couldn't go to work because of that. Maybe, what is that one thing that you wished people close to you understood about depression?
Okay, what I can only say is that as we interact in our day-to-day lives, it's very important we check on our colleagues, our friends, our family, because I can say, like, I've already said I could not interact with my phone. So even my family members, I could take up to 8 months. I've not communicated.
Okay.
But they did not notice that something is wrong. To them, maybe they thought I'm snobbing them, or I do not want to talk to. I don't know what they thought. Maybe one day we have an interaction with them, they'll be able to say what they were thinking. But nobody was getting to me.
Okay.
So friends, family, colleagues at work, they should be more keen on how people are behaving, their behavioral changes, how if somebody was interacting normally before, and then the person gets withdrawn, everybody should draw attention and find out what is happening. So we should always check on our friends and what is happening.
Yeah, very important. You have talked about checking in on our friends and even our family members, because unaweza kaa na mtu, if you really don't know them, you won't be able to realize that there is changes in their behavior.
Even those I was living with in the same house, okay, somehow they did not notice that something was wrong. In fact, after I was admitted for 2 weeks is when they realized that I was really very sick, because I told you the HB was down. So when they started the blood transfusions, that's the time when everybody was shocked, like, oh, you've been sick, you've been walking around when you are very sick, and we did not notice this. So even those I was living with in the same house, they did not notice,
they didn't notice
these changes, or they did not take precaution. To them, things were normal.
Things were normal. Okay, that what you have mentioned is very important about checking in on our friends, checking in on our colleagues, and even our family members. We don't just assume that just because someone is laughing, someone is walking, they are okay. We shouldn't just check at how muna mahali. We should also check how are they doing psychologically. Are there changes in behavior? Are there changes in mood? So that we can be able to help them appropriately. Nakumbuka when you were in high school, kuna ile kitu ilikuwa imeandikwa be your brothers and your sisters keeper. Ni kama hiyo kitu tuliacha back in high school. It's no longer.
We are now grown up.
We are now grown up. But I think it should continue. Yes, Evelyn, maybe how did you come into hospital help you?
How did I?
How did coming to the hospital help you?
No, coming to the hospital really helped me because you see, like the HB partly was because I had not been eating.
Okay.
Number one, I had not been taking food in a proper way. Because when I can sleep for 48 hours, it means I'm missing on some meals. And the funny thing, I was not even feeling hungry. So the HB bit was sorted. Then number two, the coming to the hospital, I was able to realize that I had some psychological distress. So because I realized that, then now I started my therapy, I started the medication, and that has been the journey which I've been taking all this time.
Maybe what is that one thing that have given you hope to continue with this process? Now that it is a process, what has given you hope?
It's a journey.
Yeah, it is a journey.
It has been a journey. 4 years, it's not yesterday.
Yeah.
Okay, one thing that has given me hope, number one are the children. When I look at them, sometimes they give me hope. Like when I was taking those drugs, sometimes they remind me, Mami, leo hujakunywa dawa, so I have to take it. I could not forget. So when I look at them and the hope they have for me, it keeps me going. Then number two, let me talk about my working environment at that time.
Mm-hmm.
I had a good boss.
Okay.
That is Mr. Kajwang, wherever he is.
Mm-hmm.
I thank him so much because he kept on checking on me.
Mm-hmm.
He kept on keeping me on my toes.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes I could wake up when I'm not feeling very okay. I push myself to work. And the first question, you'll meet him on the streets and he'll ask you, Eva, are you sure you are okay? Yeah, that meant a lot to me. That meant a lot to me.
It made you feel seen.
Yeah, it also made me feel like, oh, kumbe he can notice that something is not okay with me. That gave me a lot of hope.
Okay.
And I remember there is a time when I almost committed suicide.
Okay, also.
Yeah, he told me these words. Eva, this cannot happen during my tenure in this station. So it means that he was ready to do anything to ensure that I get better.
Okay.
It means that he was ready to take whatever it meant for me to be at a better position and to be a better person in the working environment. So that gave me really a lot of hope.
Okay.
And thirdly, there is also a friend had posted something on the social media.
Okay.
So the friend was able to read in between the lines.
Okay.
In fact, Mr. Ochenge was able to see that, what is this that Eva has written?
Okay.
And then he called everybody. He called my cousins. He called my boss, because they were able now to come and talk to me. In as much as they did not change anything, but at least it showed some concern for me.
Yeah.
And that has kept me going for them, at least, so that I don't go completely down, because that would break them.
This tells us that actually what you wanted that time was not solution, just a listening ear. Yeah, we might not be able to give the solutions, but mostly these people, what they just need is a listening ear, someone to listen to them, knowing that someone cares about them. And maybe Evelyn, now that you have talked about workplaces, good bosses, maybe what do you think the community and even the workplaces can do?
Okay, there is a lot of stigma associated with the depression, because sometimes when I was admitted, I remember that one instance. There's that uncle who came to visit me in the new facility.
Okay.
And then he was asking, when he read that place imeandikwa mental illness and what, rehabilitation. Yeah. Then he was like, Eva, why are you admitted here? This place is for those people who are mad.
Oh.
Why did they admit you here? And he had so many questions to ask. So the community does not understand much. They associate depression with madness.
Okay.
They associate depression with witchcraft. So a lot of sensitization needs to be done to the community. And then in the workplaces, I've realized in this journey, like for the 4 years, okay, before I spoke about this issue, I did not know that so many people are going through the same.
Okay.
But when I started talking about it, like sometimes I can post on Facebook, I can post somewhere, and I check the comments. There are so many other teachers going through depression.
Okay.
So at the workplaces, I wish the bosses and the other teachers could understand more about these people, what they are going through. Because sometimes the person might not be sick with the physical symptoms, but the interaction of this person is different, or there are some particular things that those colleagues need to understand. So if they cannot understand this person, the person will not be able to work efficiently and effectively. Because if they continue putting that stigma on the person, because like, look at him, look at how he is today. So the person cannot work well.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you for highlighting that, Evelyn, about sensitizing the community and even the workplaces so that they be able to understand that not everything is visible. in the eyes. Sometimes it is hidden, and it does not mean that someone is not experiencing pain because haionekani when samples are taken, labs are taken, results zinatoka normal. It does not mean mtu ako sawa just
In
because...
fact, even when the bosses go for their seminars, their meetings, I feel that maybe the TSC and other employment organizations, they should take like maybe at least 20 minutes to teach them about mental health. Or to give them just a small talk on mental health and how they should handle people with depression and other mental issues. Because another issue that comes in maybe alcoholism and etc. So maybe the TSC, when they are having those seminars, those workshops, let them put aside some few minutes when they can educate people about mental health. Yeah.
Thank you for that, Evelyn. The next episode, we are going to continue on how we can demystify the myths that people have about depression. Follow for more.